Inlet. 3, 2, 1, go!
Coming into the autonomous period here, all robots are showing signs of life. Seeing a lot of coral being placed onto the lower level here. 88 over on the blue lines, placing a coral onto the high level. 78 matching them and placing another coral onto the high level here. Now going into the teleop, 78 bringing another coral up to the top. 558 trying to see if they can also bring a coral up to the top. Meanwhile, 2068 over on the Blue Alliance side, clearing out the algae from the reef zone. 4176 stuck between some algae over by the driver stations. Over on the Red Alliance side, Team 2064 having some coral in their possession, trying to see if they're going to bring it over into the net zone. Bringing it over successfully. 78 bringing over another piece of coral successfully and removing some algae, delivering it to the processor. 558 hanging out right by their net zone. Meanwhile, over on the Blue Alliance side, we see Team 2067 trying to bring up another piece of coral, and it looks like it ends up knocking off of the reef zone. 88 bringing over another piece of coral and bringing it up over onto the reef zone. Meanwhile, back over on the Red Alliance side, Team 558 having a piece of coral and a piece of algae stuck in the robot here. 78 and 2064 both having a piece of coral in their possession, trying to see where they're going to place it up on the reef zone, and it looks like they're going for that mid-level here. 4176 hanging out right by the barge. 2067 placing a piece of coral on the lowest level of the reef zone. Meanwhile, 78 over on the Red Alliance side, bringing over some more coral onto the reef zone with 2064. 558 also crossing over the barge, keeping an eye on their friends in the Blue Alliance. 4176 grabbing onto the cage with 40 seconds remaining. 88 hanging out right by the reef zone. 2067 hanging out by the coral processor, trying to see if they can grab some coral. 88 having a piece of coral in their possession, placing it up, trying to see where that landed. We'll come back to that. 78 airstrike having a piece of coral in their possession, placing it up over onto the high level here of the reef zone. 2067 up on the cage. 2064 up on the cage. Could we see more robots joining these other ones on the cage? Let's find out. We see 1, we see 2. Could we see 3, 4, and 5? As time expires, we'll have an official score for you here in just a moment. Red Alliance here with the score of 134 to 53. With the Red Alliance getting 6 ranking points. The highest amount of ranking points we have seen so far at this event today.